have ourselves here as we are. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Almighty God, I want to thank you for today. This is the day that you chose, and therefore we rejoice and we are glad indeed. This is the day that you chose for NRM, the National Resistance Movement, to make yet another historical move. We therefore want to thank you for the protection of the leaders of this country. We want to thank you for the protection of the leader of the National Resistance Movement, all the leaders, the Central Executive Committee, the National Executive Committee, and the National Council, and all the people of Uganda. Lord, you started the journey. You have walked the journey, and you are still walking the journey of total liberation of this country. We want to thank you for the decision that your servant, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, is going to take today in this very place, where he's going to express his interest in leading this country. May you guide him as you have been doing, Lord. May you fight with those who fight with him. May you declare that he's the only candidate that has expressed his interest in leading this country through our National Resistance Movement arrangements. May you fight with those who are thinking about coming to this very place to do the very thing that the President is going to do. May we celebrate, may we continue to celebrate. May we pray and thank the Lord for the first family, Mama Janet Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and the entire family, for the courage that they have been giving your servant, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. I want to thank you for the journey masses that you have given us from all over the country. I want to thank you for the good weather that you have given us. I want to thank you for the protection that you have so far given us. I want to thank you for the journey that you have enabled His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, that he has moved towards the liberation of this country. The foundation has been done. We pray that you continue protecting us. We are handing over to you, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, as he has taken this decision to lead us in the next 5 years. As National Resistance Movement, we are pledging total protection, total prayer, total support to the President of the Republic of Uganda. May you guide us and keep us safe. I pray all this in the name of our Lord, most beneficial, most merciful. Thank you very much.
And everybody says amen out there. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, and the National Chairperson of the Party of NRM, Mama, the First Lady, and the Minister of Education and Sports, standing before you, I'm Rogers Mulindwa, your loyal servant at the party, working under Honorable Emmanuel Dombo, the Director of Media and Public Relations, who would have been here, but he has sent apologies, he's unwell, sir. Your Excellency, we receive you here and welcome you in the most special way to the headquarters of your party for the Electoral Commission. You are welcome, Your Excellency. And Mama, we thank you for not letting the President walk alone. And you are here, and when we see you, we feel happy. Thank you, Mama, for giving President the company. Your Excellency, in the interest of time, allow me to introduce a few people, the others will be introduced later, who are here as you come to express your interest for the position of the President and the Chairperson of NRM. Her Excellency, your Vice President, sir, Jessica Alupo, is here. You have a number of your ministers, sir. Honorable Kahinda Otafire is here with us. Honorable Matia Kasaija is here. Honorable Chris Baliomosi, Your Excellency, is here. Honorable Dr. Ruth Nankabirwa is here. Chief Whip Honorable Hapson Oboa is here, and the Honorable Henry Musasizi, Your Excellency, your ministers are here to receive you. We have the Central Executive Committee members, Your Excellency, led by Right Honorable Haji General Moses Chigongo, is here. Right Honorable Rebecca Litwala Kadaga, the second National Vice Chairperson, is here. And all the others, members of SEC, Your Excellency, are also here. We also have the Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda, Right Honorable Anita Among, and the Deputy and the other ministers are also here. The historical members, led by Honorable Tom Butima, here. The NRM Electoral Commission that are standing just near here, led by Dr. Tango Doi, they are here. The NRM District Chairperson, Your Excellency, from across the country, they are here. And then the district education officers and admins, Your Excellency, are also here. May I now hand over the Chairperson of the Electoral Commission to take us through the next part, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, the President of Uganda and Chairman of NRM, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and Mama Janet Museveni. Distinguished leaders of the party, distinguished leaders of government, the detail will be given by the Secretary General later. Your Excellency, today's program is about expression of interest, and we don't intend to take 10 minutes, if at most 15 minutes. Thereafter, we shall request the Secretary General to take over. Before we move back to the podium where we're going to do all our activities, Your Excellency, allow me on behalf of the NRM Electoral Commission, first to introduce, especially to Mama was not met, the new team at the Commission in plot 13, Shadondo Road. The Vice Chair of the Commission is Honorable Jachan Jalonyo Omash. Step forward. Jachan Omash was the Minister of Finance, State Finance. Jachan Omash was a Member of Parliament. He hails from the only region of Uganda which is named in English, West Nile. Next, Your Excellency, allow me to introduce Commissioner Jane Babiha Alisemera. Jane Babiha Alisemera, you know her very well. Your sister from the Bundibujo Rwenzori sub-region. Next, I want to introduce Honorable Ambassador James Shinobe, a retired Major of the Army, a disciplined officer, even at work. Next, I want to introduce Honorable Juliana Modesta Auma from the Abim area of Karamoja, and a former Member of Parliament. Next, I introduce my sister, Honorable Zaitun Driwaru from Yumbe. After that, I will introduce in absentia Mr. James Tweheyo. Is not feeling well, but he's part of our seven mixed team of ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tango Doi. I'm the chair of the commission. Your Excellency, you're most welcome. At this juncture, Mr. President, sir, I have a thin team which I want to introduce. The staff of the commission at the headquarters. Could you come behind and raise your hands? The staff of the commission at the headquarters, you have 2 minutes to do that. We have a small team of 33 dedicated staff at the headquarters, 10 volunteers who have volunteered for 10 years. Hands up. NRM hoye. Muzei hoye. Mama Janet hoye. I have a battalion led by the principal election officer. I don't know whether it's behind the wheel. The hard-working horse. Come. Pass here. Now that you're late, just pass in front of the teacher here. Pass in front of the teacher. And just stand there for quick recognition. We don't have time. Our principal election officer is the encyclopedia of all roadmaps. Step forward for recognition. Our disciplined accountant from the NT's department is here. And the other two are handlers who are handling the VIPs, Christine Namakula and your grandchildren, Joanita. Now I have a very big team from the district. The district election officers, stand up for recognition and wave your flag. Sit, and you will sit 3 times and stand up 3 times. Sit, stand up 1. Sit, stand up 2. Sit, stand up 3. Sit. Administrative secretaries who anchor the secretariat work and this, can you stand up for recognition? That noise is not noise. Hello. NRM oye. Winning oye. Ra. Wa. Ah. 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 You stood 3 times because you have a duty for this, to this party. You stood 3 times because I'm going to condemn you if you don't act well. You stood 3 times because you must promise that you will not put the party in jeopardy. You will not alter results, you will be sincere, and before you leave here tomorrow, you will sign very confidential regulations about how you will work with us. Sawa jamaa? Sawa? Asanteni sana. Your Excellency, the staff I've just introduced have managed to carry out elections in the following. The party structures. We've had elections in the party in all villages, the 72,000 villages. We have a total of 2,160,000 leaders in villages. 2,160,000 leaders. Our conviction is that if these leaders are mobilized at the village level, even at the district or sub-regional level, and they work with the two other voters, they will carry victory for the president, even without him going anywhere. We've done our part. The onus is now on the mobilization. Honorable Seninde and Office of the National Chairman, Hajat Hadija, and the Secretary General. We've also carried election at the parish level, 10,731 parishes. We have 321,000 leaders. We have the sub-county leaders, the municipal leaders, the district leaders. In total, we elected 2,557,000 leaders, 660. We also carried LOC1 in all villages of Uganda. We have flag bearers. Clap for ourselves. If people don't want to clap, we clap for ourselves. Because you clap also. We also had flag bearers of special interest group, the youth, the older person, the PWDs. They came to 1.3 million leaders of flag bearers. Then we, of course, had flag bearer elections at parish level. We've completed that. And, you know, we swept Kampala very, very much. We also had, we are now waiting to have elections at national level. The purpose of today, Your Excellency, is expression of interest and picking of nomination forms. I want to report to Your Excellency that 2,718 members of parliament, aspirants, and LOC5 aspirants who picked forms showed interest in the party. So far, we have nominated 2,254. And the nomination ends on 30th June 2025. That's on Monday. So far, we have 16 unopposed flag bearers. In the midst, sir, we have the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament. She's unopposed. The Chief Whip, Government Chief Whip is the midst, is unopposed. And other leaders. We started expression of interest for Central Executive Committee, and so far, after 2 days, we have 119 people. 119 came, picked forms in 2 days. We now have one person coming to pick forms for chair of the party and presidential flag bearer. May I be listened to? The Constitution gives this commission powers to handle all elections within the organs of the party. And this commission declares candidates who have been nominated and unopposed. We are starting a process which we called for, and so far you are the only one who has come. And once we finish with you, everybody should allow me to do my work without interference. If you are lawyers, do your work. If you are registrars, do your work. If we are Electoral Commission, allow us to do what? And once we declare candidates, please clap for us. Nomination for SEC. SEC will pick forms up to 1st July, and we shall nominate from 2nd to 5th. We've changed from 4th to end on 4th. 4th will be a Friday. The congestion on Friday is too much in Kampala. So we are requesting, Your Excellency, that we shall extend by 1 day. We shall have nomination up to Saturday, the 5th. And accordingly, Your Excellency, I want to request you to be the last to get nominated on the 5th. What are the other pending activities? Campaigns for MPs and LOC5 chairpersons will start on 1st up to 14th July 2025. Joint campaigns, and any candidate who feels he has a problem with the joint campaigns should write to the Commission, should write to the Secretary General through the Commission. So that is, in fact, the best would be to write to us and give a copy to Secretary General, because we work as a team. Polling for MPs. Your Excellency, we are polling for MPs is on 16th July. After 2 weeks of campaign, we have 2 days to prepare, and we vote on 16th July. And you registrars, you are not going to be bona fide in your areas. We shall switch you the way we want, last minute. If you are within the Lango sub-region, we shall switch you to command other areas to avoid bias. Polling for LOC5 chairperson will be 24th July. The national conference for now is 22nd to 25th August. Nomination of LOC5 chairpersons 3rd to 12th September. Nomination of members of parliament 16th to 17th September. And nomination of presidential flag bearer will be 2nd to 3rd October 2025. I want to thank the following leaders, Your Excellency. I want to start by thanking you, Your Excellency, for giving the Commission all the respect, all the support by coming here. What a simple leader we have. You encourage us to work when you do that. I want to express my gratitude to Mama. I declared her the NRM chairperson for Ntungamo unopposed when I went there. So Mama, the chairpersons at the other side, and you'll just wave to them. Chairpersons wave back to Mama because she's one of you. I'm also happy to record that we have many ladies Mama, who have followed your footsteps, and we have many chairpersons who are ladies. Could the ladies stand up, please? They want to be called chairman. Allow me to thank the first vice chairperson, Alhaji Moses Chigongo. You are a parent to this commission, sir. Alhaji comes here at any time in the morning to check whether we have reached on time. I want to thank the NRM Secretary General. You're a leader. We've worked with you, with your deputy, with the National Treasurer, and with the designer who did this work, Honorable Jacqueline Shatu-Haire from the Kigezi sub-region. Where are you for recognition? We want to thank you for designing this. We want to thank Honorable Seninde, but I want to thank you, Your Excellency, for the office of the National Chairman, Hajat Namyalo. Hajat Namyalo, wherever you are, I want to pledge on behalf of the Commission, we are going to work closely in matters related to elections. I want to thank our Director of Mobilization for the crowd out there with Hajat Namyalo. Thank you, Dr. Rosemary Seninde. I want to thank once again the First Lady. Mama, thank you for your prayers. Thank you always. I get the prayers, I get the advice. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know who to thank and leave. Let's thank everybody by clapping thunderously. I'm an historian. This country is in a very correct political trajectory. We are enjoying peace, and now we are going to expression of interest. It's now my humble duty to move back and start the process. We've now used 7 minutes. We are going to use the next 8 minutes and complete the process. Let's move back to our seats and start the expression of interest.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tanga. It is at this time that we have to keep praying that Museveni accepts to pick the nomination forms. You have to keep praying that he accepts, otherwise that is the function coming in next. And they will hand over to Dr. Tanga to preside over that part of the function. Hello? Can we please have the microphone to Doctor?
Your Excellency, the President and Chairman of the party, the hour is now. We want to request you to come and confirm whether you're a member of the register, whether you belong to this party, and whether, because we don't want to push you when you don't belong to us. We are going to print your details. Even for Mama, we are going to do the same to Mama to prove that she's in the register. That middleman is called Otto, and that's our team from the Secretariat. You want a microphone, you can talk from there. You want to talk? What do you want from him? You want to hear?
You're welcome, Your Excellency. My name is Otto Kenneth Kelvin. Otto Kenneth Kelvin, the aspiring director IT NRM. Here we are verifying membership. I'm flanked by the best software engineer in East and Sub-Saharan Africa, Richard Ezama from Maracha District, and Okot Derek, a statistician from Makerere University. All we need from you is the name of your village and your names. Ut Chirikura District. The village is Rachtura. And search for the names Yore Kaguta Museveni. Your Excellency, what you're seeing these people do is a combination of hard work and support provided by you to make sure we have a fully digitalized register that is credible and cannot be doubted. So, Your Excellency, we have phoned you. Can we confirm that your NIN is CM4406510 ADMU? Yes, sir. And you were born in 1944. Thank you, sir. Great. So we are printing a member's verification slip, 2 copies that the chairperson will stamp and verify before providing you with the nomination forms. Your Excellency, congratulations. You can.
Can you clap? He's in the register. Museveni has been found. He's in the register. I want to print for Mama also. Thank you. Oh, go slow. There's another big process coming. Your Excellency, you are supposed to have paid. And first of all, which position do you want? Because I cannot just give you these forms. Oh, the Secretary wants to answer that.
Thank you so much, and senior leaders of the party. My office was petitioned by members of the party from across the country that we should ask His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to offer himself for another term as the chairman of the party and the president for the country. So I am confirming on behalf of the petitions we receive from party members from across the country that His Excellency the President is here on behalf of the members who petitioned the party to pick forms as the chairman of the party and the presidential candidate for the party for 2026 election.
Thank you, yes, Secretary General. Have you paid 20 million for national chairman? You have paid. You, Honorable March, you deal with the money. Can you read properly?
Yeah, he has fully paid with brand new notes, 20 million shilling. Yeah.
And then this one?
This, again, brand new notes, 20 million, for expression of interest for nomination for NRM presidential flag bearer. And then the first one was for expression of interest nomination for NRM party national chairman. Congratulations, sir.
On behalf of the NRM Electoral Commission, we have the honor to present to you, sir, two sets of forms. One is the nomination form for NRM aspiring candidates for NRM national chairman. This one he paid and we are giving him, members of SEC. We are also giving you nomination form for NRM aspiring candidate for NRM presidential flag bearer. Then we are also giving you the documents which we've just printed, Your Excellency. This is a sign that we have a register. If we can find your name, locate your village, locate your sub-county, parish, this is what we want to do, Your Excellency. The Electoral Commission requests that we print all these identification for all members of NRM before election on the 16th. We shall discuss that more. We have sent our budget to the Secretary General, and our request is that we should be allowed to print out so that this becomes identification for members coming. You come with this, with the national identity card, and you move to the line to vote. It is now my singular honor on behalf of the Commission to declare that expression of interest is over, and we've given candidate H.E. Museveni all the forms and the regulations to fill and return the forms by 5th July 2025. Don't go beyond 5th July because you'll be out of the time. It must be before 5th July, and by 5th July or before 5th July, by 5th July. Your Excellency, my work is over. Thank you very much for coming. Can you make some noise? Allow me invite Mama of the nation. Mama, I also wanted to test. Oh, we can print for you. Want to test mamas also, so that our mother. Thank you, Mama.
You're most welcome, ma. Which district do we check? And the name of the village? Ruguma. In Chikoni Parish. Look for the names. Museveni, Janet, Kata. Yes, Mama, we have found your records. Let us print it. You'll be provided with 2 copies that you will share with the NRM Electoral Commission Chairman, for verification. Congratulations, Mama.
Mama, we can confirm that you are in the register, and we are very grateful for your appearance. Your Excellency, it is now my singular honor to invite the Secretary General of the party to make his brief remarks and introduce the guest, and then
NRM, oye!
Oh, yeah.
This is the day.
Oh,
This is the day
that the Lord has made.
that the Lord
Has made.
we will and be glad in Him. Oh, this is the day that the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad in Him. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and the Chairman of our revolution, the First Lady, Mama Janet Kataha Museveni, we thank you so much for always giving our national chairman the strength he needed. Allow me to recognize the senior leaders and party members who are here. If you are a party leader and doubling a position in government, I will recognize the position in the party and confirm the assignment the party has given you in government. Because the relationship between the government and the party is a principal and agent relationship. The party is the principal, government is an agent. We have the national chairman of the party, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who is the chairman of the Central Executive Committee and has just confirmed. We have the first national vice chairman of the party, Alhaji Moses Chigongo. Thank you so much for coming. We have the second national vice chairperson of the party, the Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga. We have Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda. The party assigned her to be the Vice President, and she's a member of the Central Executive Committee of the party. We have the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Anita Among. She's a member of the Central Executive Committee and has been assigned as the Speaker of Parliament on behalf of the party. We have the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Thomas Taiba. Thank you so much for coming. We have regional vice chairpersons of the Central Executive Committee and for the party. We have the Honorable Flight Captain Mike Mukula, the regional vice chair for Eastern Region. We have Honorable Katongole Singh, the vice chairperson of Kampala. We have Honorable Dr. Chris Bariomusi, the vice chairperson for Western Region. We have Honorable Chiwanda Geoffrey Subi, Vice Chairperson for Buganda. We lost two Vice Chairpersons, the Right Honorable Jacob Olanya for Northern Uganda and Honorable Alepere Simon Peter for Karamoja. We have Honorable Lydia Wanyoto Mutende, the National Chairpersons of the Women's League of the party. We have Honorable General Kahinda Otafire, member of the Central Executive of the party. We have the Right Honorable Dugu Ruakana Rugunda, a member of the Central Executive of the party. We have Honorable Obua Amson, who is the Government Chief Whip and a member of the Central Executive. We have Honorable Colonel Retired Tom Butime, who is the Chairperson of the Historical League for the party. Your Excellency and members, before we invite you to speak, I will request Honorable Tom Butime to give a small remark on behalf of the Historical League for the party. We have Honorable Robert Rukare, Chairperson for the Entrepreneurs League. Mr. President, we have been also joined by the Historical League Forum. I have Honorable Israel Kayonde. I have Major Retired Gertrude Njuba. They all came to witness this historical event. I have Aji Abdu Kasai. I have Captain Retired Yasin Buga Matata. I have Miss Mary Nagawa. And I have Mr. Kabanda Chigundo. Your Excellency, we have also been joined by the newly elected NRM district chairpersons of the youth. We have Mr. Dorimana Ronald representing Nakawa. We have Mr. Mugisha Pascal for Kampala Central. We have Sheila Luboa for Kawempe, Kalisa Elvis, Machende, and Sewuchiriana Musa for Rubaga. We have quite a number of ghetto youth leaders. These were people you mobilized and they did a very commendable operation in the ghetto, and we managed to win most of the positions in those areas. Mr. President, I also need to request that I introduce my wife. You have never met my wife. I request my wife, Madam Anne Riono Lumumba, to stand and wave. Thank you so much. I warmly welcome you to this very historical event at the party head office. I would be requesting my colleagues at the party secretariat to move forward because I also need to introduce them as I conclude my remarks. Today is a very significant event in the calendar of the party that out of the concerns of our party members in the branches and out of the cry for the people of Uganda, the party members and members of the population, the citizens, petitioned the party secretariat and the leadership to request that we call upon our national chairman to offer himself to continue guiding and leading this country for another term in office. We thank you so much, Mr. President, for accepting the call that was made by the people. Thank you so much for honoring this and for coming physically to present yourself before the NRM Electoral Commission. Mr. President, we thank you for guiding the party and making the party transit from a revolutionary military front to a democratic institution. founded on the pillars of philosophies, ideologies, and the strategies that you keep guiding us on. These are well-tested revolutionary methods and policies that guide the party. I would like to report to you, as the Secretary General, that the party is growing in strength and numbers. In the recently concluded registration, we registered 20 million Ugandans as members of the party. And that means close to a half of the population of the Ugandans are members of the NRM. They all appreciate the objectivity that we use in dealing with the contradictions among our members. This is a testimony that has been confirmed by the number of people who have offered to contest under NRM in the next general election. Mr. President, in the delegates conference, we shall give a detailed report on the issues in terms of infrastructure the party has managed to have, in terms of ideological compatibility and training we have been able to conduct, and in terms of cohesion among our party members. As we grow in numbers and strength, definitely internal cohesion is very important. And so during the delegates conference, we shall give a detailed report to this effect. I need to thank the district chairpersons who are here. These are newly elected district chairpersons. I congratulate you for winning the elections. I also need to thank the party registrars who are here and the party administrative secretaries. Mr. President, we intentionally invited these leaders so that you speak to them and guide them as we go to the next level of elections, which we expect to be a little more contested, that they should exercise impartiality and fairness to all candidates. As leaders, they must never take sides. As leaders, they should be fair to each and every candidate. And that is why we invited them, because by 1st of next month, we shall be having joint campaigns, and we know how these campaigns are demanding. Mr. President, we thank you, and I need to inform the members that we are in the final stages of making sure we have a party head office built under your guidance, and we thank you so much. We expect that very soon we shall be launching this project as a milestone to the party. As I conclude, we invite you to be part of our journey in these internal processes. We've been requesting that the National Vice Chairman, who is also the chairman of the National Disciplinary Committee of the party, find times with the leaders of the party from the various areas that after the general election in the party, they move around to reconcile our members. The division that will be caused during the primaries, we should find time and address this in the districts and in the regions. Allow me now introduce to you my colleagues that I work with at the party secretariat. This, of course, includes the commissioners in the NRM Electoral Commission. The Deputy Secretary General is not here with us. She has sent her apology. I have the National Treasurer for the party, Honorable Ambassador Barbara Nekesa. I have Honorable Jackie Chitoire. I mentioned it right. The Deputy National Treasurer for the party. I have Honorable Dr. Rosemary Seninde, the Director of Mobilization at the party. I have our very organized lady from Koboko, Ajat Medina Naha Mozele. She has been the contact person for the register that we now have. Thank you so much for the good work. I have Director Awich Pola, Director in charge of External Relations. Mr. President, through his effort, the party has touched base with most of the revolutionary parties in Africa. We shall invite quite a number of them during the delegates conference, but we are in a close touch and a fraternal relationship with the ANC of South Africa, ZANU-PF Party, Frelimo, CCM, RPF, and UDA of Kenya, plus the South Sudan People Liberation Front, the party, the SPLM. I have Comrade Barata, the Director Legal at the party secretariat. Honorable Dombo Emmanuel Lomala is not here, is not feeling well, and he sends his apologies. And then I have Mr. Mulinda Rogers, who has been our MC. He's the manager in the Office of Media and Public Relations, plus our staffs at the party's head office. Thank you so much for coming. We have also been joined by Ajat Farida Chibowa, the chairpersons of the Women's Council, and Ajat Namialo from the National Chairman's Office. Mr. President, with your permission, before I invite you to make your brief remarks, allow me to invite Honorable Major Retired Tom Butime on behalf of the historical. We felt this is a very historical event that we need to have a voice from the Historical League. I invite him to make his brief remarks, but on the nomination day, when you bring your papers, we shall have a speech from the Youth League, we shall have a speech from the Women's League, we shall have a speech from the Persons with Disabilities League, from the Elderly League, from the Veterans League. All the leagues will give their speeches on the day we shall be nominating you. But for now, let me invite the representative of the Historical League to give his brief remarks, and then I invite the National Vice Chairman of the party to invite you to give your remarks. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can go now.
Thank you, the Right Honorable Secretary General of the party, Your Excellency the President and First Lady. I stand by the protocol as already spelled out by the Secretary General to avoid wasting time. The Secretary General referred to me as a major, but I'm a colonel. Very well. Your Excellency, this day is historic. Historic, and the fundamental change became a reality and continues to be a reality. Your Excellency, you have kept this country safe and secure. You have been loyal to the Constitution according to the law and according to the norms, regulations as by law established. You have kept the NRM party strong and growing in numbers and discipline. The economy is strong, quality of life improving. The shilling is strong. PDM is changing people's lives in the villages. People are free. In Kampala, there is life at night. Your Excellency, you do not walk away from problems. You confront them and solve them. We historicals, therefore, support you, endorse you in your expression, for your expression of interest for the chairmanship of the party and presidential candidate 2026. I thank you.
Thank you, Colonel. I'm sorry, when you're a major for long, that becomes part of your name. So thank you so much, and thank you for the correction. Can we give a round of applause to the Colonel for the wonderful words he has given us? I now take the pleasure to invite the National Vice Chairperson of the party to invite the chairperson to give his remarks. Al-Aji Moses Chigongo. Thank you so much.
Your Excellency, the President of Uganda and our Chairman of NRM, the First Lady, Mama Janet Museveni, the Vice President of Uganda, the Secretary General, and members of the SEC who are here, ministers. I don't want to go into the protocol, but I recognize all the protocols as has been stated. Let me use this opportunity to thank you, Your Excellency, for having accepted to come and pick the nomination forms. The people who are supporting the movement, they have been getting worried because they told us you will be coming here at 10 to pick the nomination form. But when it came to 5, 11, then midday, I was also getting worried. I said, what is happening? What do we do now? Suppose he doesn't appear here, wherever I go to pass. But I saw the vehicles coming in and I was really excited. We thank you. These people you see here, they came very early in the morning. And I'm sure, me, I'm a very frank person. They are not expecting things from me now. They have been waiting for you and they want to hear from you. I don't want to waste their time. Let me go straight to the point to request you, Your Excellency, to come and address them.
Wananchi wa Uganda, habari. Habari nyinyi wote. Muri mutya. Murere muta. Iliyo mabel. Koi deyo. Mulembe. Yoga. Mata Ankara Mojong. Kopango Lango Achori. Ebinyera. Ebinyera would be the Madi. Ingolia. Nedi. Murohomuta. Lakini kwa nyinyi wote habari. Her Excellency the Vice Her Excellency the Vice President. Her Excellency the Vice President, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, the Vice Chairman of the NRM, all the other leaders, and the supporters of the NRM. I thank the NRM fraternity because when I've been going up country for PDM, everywhere in public meetings, there have been resolutions passed and petitions signed requesting me to offer myself to be chairman of the NRM again. And also flag bearer for the presidential candidate for the NRM. All the time I was telling them that we shall decide that at the right time. Now this is the right time when I have come accompanied by Mama and the other members of SEC to pick nominations for the two positions. The reason I have again decided to come forward are because Uganda has moved with big strides forward. In a number of speeches, I have told you that we have gone through five phases. Phase one was the minimum economic recovery, to bring back the small island of the modern economy, of the 3 C's, the 3 T's. You remember what I keep telling you about? 3 C's being coffee, cotton, and copper. 3 T's being tobacco, tea, and tourism. This had collapsed under Amin. So when we came in 1986, our first task was to bring that small island back. And we are describing it as minimum economic recovery, which we achieved during the presentation of the manifesto. We shall give the details of what happened. But it was achieved in a fairly short time. Then we expanded that small island. More coffee, more tea, more of those products. So that was step 2, expansion. Step 3 was diversification. Don't just depend on coffee and tea and tourism. Bring in other products. You can see the products we are producing now. More beef, more bananas, more maize, more sugar, more milk, all those products. So much so that Uganda now has got surplus of almost everything. Surplus of sugar, surplus of maize, surplus of milk, surplus of bananas. We are lucky that we have the regional market, which is taking our products, otherwise we would be in a crisis. So that is step 3, phase 3, diversification. Phase 1, recovery. Phase 2, expansion. Phase 3, diversification. Now, phase 4 is value addition. Because all these products previously were mainly raw material, very little value addition. But this time, we have emphasized value addition. And where we do it, we have very successful and stable. In the coming discussion, we shall be showing you that it's a mistake for any player to play around with this issue of value addition. In the last few years, 2, 3, 4 years, we've benefited a lot from the high coffee prices. Now, some opportunists and liars who are not serious were saying all sorts about the coffee prices, where they were very high. The coffee prices were very high because of the problem Brazil and Vietnam had because of the weather. They had bad weather, their coffee failed, and we have really benefited for the last 3 or 4 years from very high coffee prices. Now some opportunists were saying all sorts of things about coffee prices. But now production in Brazil has recovered. Production in Vietnam, it seems, has recovered. I will study that more, but the prices are beginning to come down. Now, but what I want you to understand is that what will come down will be the price of the raw material, the coffee bean. You will not hear that the price of the final coffee product has come down. It will not come down. It will remain high. What will come down is the raw material. Why? Because the processors have got a lot of suppliers of the coffee. So you accept lower price. If you don't, I buy from another person. And that's why we were telling you. You remember we brought in Parliament, we were being attacked in Parliament. There was an Italian lady who is helping us to add value to coffee. They were being attacked in Parliament, abused. Because abused by whom? The exporters of the unprocessed coffee, of the raw material. They didn't want value, they didn't understand or appreciate the value addition. Fortunately, we moved in Tungamo. We've got a coffee factory there, which we are supporting. I hope it will be ready. I don't know when the Italian lady will also finish her factory in Namamve. That is the only way, because the final coffee producer, the producer of the powder and the roasted coffee, the price will remain high, the final product. What will come down is our raw material. But if we are processing here, which is our big target, our processor can be able to share deliberately higher level of money with our farmers, even if the raw material in other parts of the country, of the world, changes. This is what we are telling you. Please, please, raw materials are not stable. They depend on supply and demand. If the supply is big, the price will collapse. But the final product rarely goes down. After they keep going up, the final price. So therefore, please, in this coming Kisanja, for which you are supporting the NRM, make sure that we really move on value addition. Recently, we had a very good agreement with the sugar cane and sugar producers, because they were all here. The sugar processors and the cane growers. Initially, the cane growers, the sugar processors had not become Christian. They were having some other religion of not being straightforward. So we said, please, become Christians. Because Christians say, love your neighbor like you love yourself. Let the processor love the sugar cane grower. And the sugar cane grower love the processor. And when we were able to discuss fairly, it came out that you, the sugar processor, you get sugar from sugar cane. It is only for this you pay the sugar cane grower. But afterwards, you get bagasse, ebikamuro, bagasse, and you make electricity out of it. That one you don't include in the price to the coffee, to the cane grower. You get the other one, the residue of the sugar cane, where you make the jaggery. That is money. All those byproducts which you get from sugar cane bring in money. You can also get ethanol from the residue of the sugar cane. Now, all that put together gives the sugar processor more money than just the sugar. Now, when we did that, and then we provided that the cane grower must get 50% of the total value, everybody was happy. The sugar cane growers were happy. Even the sugar processors were happy because now the relationship was now stable. This was possible because everything was within Uganda. The raw material was being produced in Uganda. The processing was being done in Uganda. If the sugar cane was being produced here, but the processing was being done outside, we would not have that power to bring the two together. So therefore, this value addition is very, very crucial. When you hear all these problems in Africa, it is partly because of this, relying on exporting raw materials only and not adding value. So this phase 4 value addition is very, very crucial. That's why you hear us talking of expanding the economy to 500 billion from the present 61 billion. Now the 5th phase is the knowledge economy based on science. You have seen the vehicles we are making. We don't have the screens here for you to see them, but when we go for the nomination right at Koro, we shall be seeing those screens, those pictures on the screens. So the knowledge economy, the motor vehicles, the vaccines, the computers, the medicines, these are all part of the new economy based on science. So we have gone through these 5 phases. We have gone through or have entered these phases. Now, therefore, when it comes to the end of this term, the question is, what do we do? That's why I say, please, there's something else I will not talk about today, but I will talk about it another time, which I don't want to talk about now, where I decided that I think I could still help the NRM and the country to go through these phases. You have heard us talking of pushing the economy to 500 billion, making the economy grow 10 times compared to what it is now. And it can be done. It can be done. If you see, for instance, the gold sector, when I make the other speeches, I will give you all the details. I think now we have got something like 9 gold refineries here in Uganda. And Uganda now is exporting gold of 3 billion or something like that, dollars, from very low figure. Why? Because I banned the export of unprocessed gold. I said any gold which is not processed should not be exported. I banned the export of unprocessed minerals, including tin and all the other minerals, and copper. And because of that, investors were forced to come here because they cannot take our raw materials free from here. Now, because of that, you have heard how that sector of gold has grown from about 200 million to now $3 billion a year. If we do this across board, the economy will grow. So because of that, and because of another reason which I will mention at the right time, I have decided that I come forward and see how to escort the Bazukuru and their parents forward for another 5 years. And in this time, I want us really to wipe out corruption. Because this corruption should not be there. Because you are in charge. Remember, the NRM, when it came into government, gave you power to elect people at all levels. LOC ones, you have just elected. You have just elected the NRM structures. You are going to elect the national ones. You have already started with the youth and some of the other groups. Now, when you elect, those people you elect should be your nampalas, should be your overseers in each area. Because corruption happens where? Does it happen in Congo or does it happen here? It is here. In a parish, in a sub-county, in a town. Why do you allow it to happen? Why don't you check? Ensure that the local health center is working well. The drugs are not stolen. Ensuring that the PDM money, which is sent to the parish, is all delivered. This can be done because you have the power. You are the ones who elected the LOC1, LOC2, LOC3. You are the ones who elected them. Elect those people who can do that on your behalf. The members of parliament. Don't accept money from anybody to elect him. Elect him because he can be, or she can be, a good nampara. To ensure that your interests the interests of the area are well protected. Then you come to the government people. Even on my side, there's some issue. Because the RDC is appointed by me. Then you have the DISO, who is appointed by the intelligence. Then you have the GISO. Why don't all these fight corruption? What are they doing? Why does corruption persist when all these are there? So in the coming Sanja, let's really ensure that we get rid of corruption so that we get maximum value from the money we have in the country. Now, in order to stabilize our politics, avoid politics of personality. Me, it's not you. Because you alone, you don't have much. You can't do much. I'm glad Dr. Gunda is here because on the evening of the 25th of January, 1971, when Idi Amin announced his coup d'etat, we met at 5, I think it was around 5. We met in Bugorovi, in Kanyomozi's house. Rugunda and a few others, Kategaya, and we decided to fight Idi Amin. On that very day, and in the coming days I will tell you why. Why did we do that? Some people think that we decided to fight Idi Amin because Idi Amin was killing people. No, we didn't even know that Idi Amin would kill people. We just said, Amin, no, don't waste our time. We've been on a journey. We were having enough problem with Obote because Obote was not fully with us, but he was also not, was just like that. This side, the other side, not reliable, but not totally opposed to our ideas. That's why we were kubembeleza Obote. We were trying to massage Obote so that we can see whether we move forward. But now Idi Amin, it was clear that he didn't understand what he was doing. So we said, Idi Amin, out. Please don't waste our time. That's why we decided to fight Idi Amin. So the NRM is a party based on issues, policies. We are with you because we agree with you. Not because of you as a person. No, it is on the issues of the policies. What are the policies? What are the principles? Do you believe in patriotism? Love Uganda? Or you believe in sectarianism? If you believe in sectarianism, you are not with us. For us, we are the ones we are with the people who love Uganda. How about Pan-Africanism? Do you love Africa? Or do you care more about your tribe and your religion? Again, I'm glad some of these people are here. Rugunda, maybe Otafiri, and others. In 1989, we got a request from the ANC to bring their fighters here. They had been based in Angola, but they were being told to go away. Following the fight between the Cubans sent by Fidel Castro and the South African whites, where the South African whites were defeated by the Cuban Expeditionary Force. Part of the compromise was that ANC leaves Angola and gets somewhere else to go. They had nowhere to go. Mwalimu Nyerere had left power in Tanzania, who was a reliable supporter. The ANC people were telling me that whenever they would ring African leaders to say, can we come there, they would switch off the phones. So I got the request. It was brought to me by the man who was a treasurer of the ANC. I've forgotten his name, but I remember his face. He's the one who came to see me. Then I put it to the cabinet. In the cabinet. Oh, that cabinet, I wish you could get the minutes. Big debate. Because we were two groups. The Pan-Africanists and others, some other group. Because remember that government was broad-based. We had everybody there. DP, UPC, they were all there. We were together there. I wish you could get the minutes of that cabinet and you see who was saying what. Some people were saying that if we bring the ANC here, the whites will attack us. Now what shall we do? Then we said if the whites attack us, we fight them. Then they were saying, in other words, some people were saying, why do you care about ANC? Yes, but ANC is part of Africa. This is part of our mission. That debate was so important. I've never forgotten it in my head, in that cabinet. I wish they can get the minutes and one day they publicize them. So, fortunately, I had the supporters there, Rugunda, Tivejinja, I remember Tivejinja, and some others. I don't know whether Otofiro was in the cabinet at that time, but we got support. And because of that, we welcomed the ANC. That's how they came to Kaweweta, and they trained there. Now, because of that, ANC was able to get a stable place where from 1989 until 1994 when they were able to go back to their country. Now, because of that, if you see what has been happening in Africa, and you have to look at Uganda's exports to South Sudan, to Congo, to the region, big exports. I will give you the figures next time when we speak. So these positions, these policies are not just ideas. They are solutions to our problems. If you say patriotism, love Uganda, it has got implications for good of the country. If you say the opposite, like sectarianism of religion and tribes, it has got implications. You will end up with a Somalia where the country breaks down. If you say Pan-Africanism, it has got implications. So therefore, I want to remind the NRM people again that please, what we are engaged in is issue of policies, not individuals, not me. Now, what reminded me about the Rugundas was that evening of the 25th of January 1971, we decided that I go to Tanzania, link up with Mwalimu, link up with Obote. I left on the 27th. I left with 4 other people to Tanzania. Because otherwise the men would have killed us. We couldn't stay here. We were the same people, but at that time we could not confront Idi Amin. The only way was to get out and organize from the side. Now when we came in 1979, it is Amin who ran away. Why? Because this time we were organized. We were no longer individuals. We were a force. It is the force that enabled us to reassert ourselves in Uganda. But we as individuals, we could not do anything. So when you waste a lot of time, me, please, you are wasting your time. You as an individual, you are nothing. Even if you are very brilliant, even if you are what, there is nothing you can do as an individual. What you need to know and respect is the party. The party, the force, the army. It is what can help you to do whatever you want to do. So the people who waste a lot of time, me, they should really stop because they divert us. And at the moment you look at yourself as an agent of ideas, not your ego, things will be very simple. When you come, for instance, to even elections, you can sit down in our area, who are there? What are the issues in our area? 1, 2, 3, 4. Among us, who can push it better than the other one? It will not me, no. It will be who these are the problems for our area or for Uganda or for whatever. Now, who are we? Me, you, and him. So of the 3 of us, who can push this thing? But rationally, without more emotion, without personal, then you will get a good solution. I don't want to make my speech here long, but in 1970, I joined UPC for the first time for 5 months. I was a member of UPC for 5 months. Since 1960, I had been a member of DP. That DP, which they keep talking about. DP without Museveni means nothing. But in September 1970, I joined UPC. And the reason I joined UPC was because of the land issues in our area, the ranches. The government had unfairly created ranches there and distributed them unfairly against our population there. Now, I wanted us to solve this. Now, our local elite wanted to bring in Museveni. Museveni was from Toro. He did not have a good constituency there, so they wanted to bring him to be a member of parliament for Ankole Northeast, that area of ours of Chilhura now, Chilhura Kazum. But me, I didn't mind. Museveni could come and be our member of parliament. But would he solve the issue of the ranches? That was my idea. So I went to see him at one day here. Said, Mzee, I wanted to talk to him, but he refused to see me. Babia refused. He had a white secretary. I went there, and they said the vice president will not see you. So that's how I went down and supported one of our candidates to defeat the one of Babia. Otherwise, if Mzee Babia had agreed to see me, I would have been his supporter. Unfortunately, those elections never took place. They were supposed to take place in April 1971, but they didn't take place because of the coup. So the issue is, issues should be the ones in front of us, not me, and then causing divisions among people, very unprincipled divisions. Now, finally, the Secretary General talked about it a bit. I congratulate the new NRM chairpersons of the districts. Let me see who they are. I know some of them. This is Karisa Ivanda. There is Madina. Madina got elected. Madina is from Kawempe. I can see Namuju Sise from Ruengo. All these are the new chairpersons. The new chairpersons. Now, the Ikman was elected. The Ik is from Karamoja. He's chairman of what? Of Kabong. Oh, Alakaranoi. So all these powerful people have been elected. Now that you have been elected, Mbabaza, you're also elected. You are RDC. Now, what the Secretary General was telling you, you are chairperson of the NRM in the district. You are the Nanyinimu, you are the head of the family. So please, don't take sides among your children. Be neutral. Don't have Ebiana, Abana Nechi. Don't have Abana Nechi. Don't have legitimate children and illegitimate children. All the children are your children. So be neutral, stay aloof. You are not the one electing. It is the people who are electing. Let them elect anybody they want, and all you want from them is to have an NRM person. That's all. If they elect badly, that's their issue. If they elect well, that is their issue. Leave them, let them do their work. Don't interfere with their being. So please don't, because that's how you can cause divisions in the party. So with these few words, I want to thank all the NRM fraternity for the support they have shown me when I've been going up country. This is the one that has encouraged me to say, let me go forward and see how I can escort the NRM members and especially the Bazukuru for 5 more years, and then we see what happens. Apoyo Lubanga.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Can we give a big clap to His Excellency for accepting to pick forms? Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you for responding well to our prayers. When your flight has taken off, our worries were that the pilot would abandon it. That would have been very dangerous. Thank you for accepting to continue piloting this project. And thank you very much for accepting to captain a team that has been winning all the time. But most importantly, for reminding us that umoja ni nguvu. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. As you prepare for the anthems, I will have to signal you for the anthems. But for everybody that has attended this function, please thank you so much from the SEC members to Her Excellency the Vice President, to the Right Honorable Speaker and your members of Parliament, NRM chairpersons, the youth and everybody. Thank you very much, and hope you take the President's message very clear. May we, ladies and gentlemen, rise up and sing the national anthem.